Hey there, it's Pete, GC Out Turf. Hope you're having a great day. Filming this riding in the road because my time is pretty limited. It's getting dark sooner, so we don't have as much time in the afternoons to go to the driving range or hit golf balls or go play. And my boys want to go play this afternoon, so spending the time riding down the road filming this so I don't have to take the time away from my kids. We are having an absolute blast playing golf. I'm not kidding you. I am eat up with it right now. I played the game for 30 years and had some success in different avenues, and was on a long drive tour, finished 10th in the world in the Remax World Long Finals in I can't remember, I think it's 2002-ish or something like that. So I'm no stranger when it comes to golf. Played very, very low handicap, and I never really tracked it, but I would imagine I was around scratch or right at scratch for a pretty good while, and I just quit. Just got busy with work, didn't play anymore. Went 6-8 years or so, never touched a golf club, and went with one of my kids, my oldest son, the other month, for the first time in 6 or 8 years, and man, that's all it took. And I started hitting some golf shots, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start playing again and get serious again. That leads me into a little public service announcement. I'm going to take a break this winter. I've been on YouTube 7 or 8 years. I've got well over 1,000 videos. I have worked my butt off on YouTube, and it's done good. It's started as a website, and I don't want to dare sound like I'm complaining, because I'm not. God has been over the top faithful to us. For taking that leap of faith and starting that website, and it's just led into all kind of good things, and you guys are the main part of that, because you watch the videos, you see the stuff I use, and you go to our website and you buy it and use it in your own yard, and we are eternally grateful. That is absolutely changed our life. How do I word this and be respectful and polite? As a go-getter, as a very, very, very motivated and driven person, I do look at numbers. I don't stress over numbers, and I don't let numbers get to me all that much. But I do look at numbers, and math doesn't lie, okay? There's a lot of things in this world that will lie to you, but math is not one of them. And I took a screenshot of that. I want to show you right here. So I think when you compare this to other YouTube channels, this is pretty off, meaning my numbers are really bad. The people that watch time from subscribers not subscribed is 64%, and the subscribers is 36%. And when you compare that to other channels, like I said, I don't do that often. Every once in a blue moon, I'll check my numbers on there and just see. That tells me that it could be several different things. One, people just aren't interested in what I show on YouTube. I'm completely fine with that. Doesn't bother me one bit. Maybe the lawn care community in general is so saturated right now that you can get that information pretty much anywhere, and I'm fine with that. This is America. Go for it. If you want to do a yard YouTube channel, by all means go for it. I got your back 100%. Or my style of videos is just not appealing to people. Yeah, so there's several different things there that could be going on. And yeah, when you put all that in a bucket and stir it up, and then you add a little sugar in that bucket, and that's me playing golf with my boys a lot here lately, that just means I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, just being straightforward with you. I know in the past you've gotten 2-3 videos a week sometimes. Here lately you've noticed it's just been one a week. That's very purposeful and very intentional, because I'd rather be out there with my kids. Over the winter time, typically I show a bunch of videos in the winter time. It eats up a ton of my time filming that stuff, and it'd be different if the numbers on the YouTube channel were better. It would be. I'd probably still be motivated. But I've always been very straightforward with you. I've always been forthright with you, and I have lost motivation in making videos, just to be completely honest with you. There's no need to sugarcoat it, no need to lie about it. I'm not, matter of fact, filming this renovation I just did and filming me doing my yard, I honestly did not want to do it, just because I didn't have the motivation to do it. And because those numbers that I see tell me what I need to know. So it doesn't mean I don't love you. I still love you. You can come hang out with me anytime you want. Matter of fact, come on, we'll play golf. If you're a golfer, we'll play golf. But from a personal, take GCI out of the equation, and from a Pete standpoint, I'm gonna take a break, because I need to spend more time with my kids, and that's what I'm gonna do. And if anybody faults me for wanting to spend more time with my kids, then you probably got more problems than I got. So I digress. We'll leave that at that. My yard, my fescue, I had a few bad spots in it. It wasn't terrible. The one spot in the backyard kind of always stresses out no matter what I do. It's a hard pan or vein or something, a hard clay back. I don't know what it is, but it seems to stress out. Overall, it did pretty good. Bluegrass was a different story. You've already watched that video. This just come to mind. Somebody commented on the last video, said the reason my videos aren't compelling to the average homeowner is because the average homeowner doesn't have the equipment I use. No joke. I'm glad you picked up on that. And I'm not trying to be a smart A about that, but it's obvious most homeowners aren't going to purchase the equipment. I have 16 employees, and I manage hundreds and hundreds of accounts. And when you own a lawn care company, we are about efficiency, quality, obviously, but once you get your quality right, then you have to become efficient. I can do more work with equipment than I can with a shovel and a rake. I'm sorry, it is what it is. The reason you see me use equipment in my yard is because I'm an efficient person overall in life in general. I don't waste time. Time's valuable, and time is money as far as I'm concerned, and from a business standpoint. So I don't waste time. So why in the world would I waste time doing something in a slower way? Because I have so much on my plate. I have to get the stuff done quickly, very quickly and very efficiently. And some of you like watching the equipment videos, and some of you probably don't. Well, here's the cool thing is God gave you a mind, a brain. Look at that. I'm sorry about that. I'm talking to you on the camera and then pulled that in front of that lady. God gave you a mind and a brain. So when you see me use a soil cultivator on a Ventrac that rotates the ground and tills the ground up, you should automatically think, well, gosh, I could go rent a tiller. You know what I mean? If you see me using the Ventrac broom as a dethatcher, and the broom is rotating at a high revolution speed and removing the brown out of the canopy, in my opinion, you should be able to look at that and say, okay, that is a dethatcher. You can Google dethatcher for homeowners, DIY dethatcher. And that Sun Joe company makes one. There's just so many different companies that make those things. So when you see me using my equipment, I am not promoting that you buy the equipment. I don't want you to buy it. Why in the world would a homeowner want that kind of equipment? It makes no sense whatsoever. Business owners, absolutely you should buy it because you're going to make more money and be more efficient. But homeowners, when you see me using a piece of equipment like I use, you should be able to use the creativity and the mind that God gave you, and you should be able to do a little bit of research. It don't take much, a little bit of research, and you will be able to find something that mimics what I use and do it yourself. To me, it's simple. And I may be overlooking this, and I may be out of line saying this. I don't know, but I just know that if I were a homeowner, a DIY homeowner, and I didn't own any of this equipment, and I wanted to dethatch my yard, I have the creativity within myself to research a homeowner dethatcher, and I'm gonna go buy it, and I'm gonna get out there and push the thing or do whatever, however you use it, and do it and get the job done. So I just want to throw that out there. I don't use my equipment in my videos to rub it in your face or anything like that. I'm not that kind of guy. I do it because I don't have a choice. I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I essentially run 5 different companies. Okay, that's a lot for one person. And I do that and take care of my yard, and do family, and do church, and do stuff for myself. So I don't have a lot of time. I don't have extra time during the day to go out there with a groundskeeper 2 rake and rake my yard. I just don't. I'm sorry. If I had that kind of time, I'd be glad to show that to you. But anyway, I think I got off on a tangent there, and I apologize for that. But I just wanted to share that with you because that comment it really ticked me off when I read that. No, if you're watching this video, the person that made that comment, no offense to you. I'm over it. I'm past this water under the bridge right now. But I did want to take a minute and explain that. So my yard, it's been a very, very, very long time since I've done this. I dethatched. I used the broom. First of all, I took the grass down to about 1.5 inches. I really put a scalp on it. The reason I took it down so low, it was zero horticultural reason. It's because I don't want to mow for 1.5 months. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but I just don't want to mow my grass for 1.5 months because I want to be playing golf or on the driving range with my kids. That's the only reason. So that gives me a pretty good time I don't have to do anything in my yard but manage the water. And so I can go hit golf balls with Jackson and Elijah. And, did it hurt the grass? I could care less if it hurt it. I'll be having fun making birdies. You know what I mean? So I took it down really low. I dethatched it with the broom. That broom works so incredibly well on my bluegrass. I use it on the fescue as well. And that Ventrac broom did a phenomenal job. And it just absolutely got rid of any and all junk that was in the yard. My Zuzu flatbed, I filled up about halfway. It was about half full, which that's a 14-foot flatbed, so that's quite a bit of material. My buddy let me borrow his Walker mower. It's not my Walker, it's a buddy of mine. He let me borrow it, and I used it to vacuum up the debris. Got the yard super clean, cut it 1.5 inches, and took my Stinger GT30 and plugged the snot out of it. I bet you I went over that thing 4 times, maybe more than that. And I took a break in between plugging and seeding to let the cores dry out. Now back up 3 weeks. I've had my water off for 3 weeks preparing for my seeding because I wanted the ground to be a little bit on the drier side because I was kind of testing something new I've never tried before. So I core aerated, let the cores sit on top of the ground for a few hours to dry out a little bit, put my grass seed down, and then used GCI turf type tall fescue, and then went with the Ventrac Aeravator. And, you know, the Aeravator has that roller behind it that how you adjust the depth. And so I aeravated it, and the Aeravator alone would bust up those cores, giving me even better seed soil contact. And then the roller being directly behind the Aeravator kind of flattened things out. So I don't have any cores in the yard right now. You know, some people, that's a big deal. Do you leave the cores or remove them? Well, if it's not a highly maintained shortcut turf, just leave them. If it's a highly maintained shortcut turf and the cores of dirt from the plugger may cause damage to the grass, then absolutely you got to get them up. But the fescue, I cut it a little bit taller. Rains, it just melts the cores and they go away. But in this case, I don't have any cores because I let them dry out, and then I aeravated over top of them and busted them all up, which worked out phenomenally. That worked really, really nicely. I like that. So I aeravated it, then I put down my GCI 613 fertilizer, and gosh, I think that's it. That's all I really did to it. And been watering heavily since I did that. It's been about, from the time I'm making this video, filming this part, and then from when I seeded, it's been about 3 days, I believe. Two days maybe. And obviously no germination yet. The bluegrass back there, I've got bluegrass coming up. I've done that about 2 weeks ago. It took 10 days for the blue to come in, start germinating, and then my ryegrass started germinating in 5 days. I will do a few videos going into winter. One of those is going to be a massive ball field job I did. The biggest job in my career, hands down the biggest job in my career. It was just huge. Took me a month to complete it. I've got footage throughout the entire month. I'm going to show you that. And then the GCI fall fertilizer, the new fall fertilizer, is being registered right now. When it gets registered in about half of the states, I'll do a video on that. And we'll kind of do it like we did the liquids. As it becomes available in other states, we'll show it on the website, and then it'll be available for purchase in that state. Registration of fertilizer is grueling, to say the least. It is absolutely a pain in the butt. So I'll probably show you like a first mow. So that'll be like in a month and a half from now. But I'm just not going to spend a lot of time on the videos over winter. And obviously when springtime rolls back up, we'll get back at it. So there is a slim chance, that I might go out on a limb and do something else on YouTube concerning golf, because it's bit me so bad that I want to try something and see if I can accomplish a small goal I have. And if I decide to do that, of course I'll make an announcement. I'm sure a bunch of you guys play golf and you might want to follow along on that. But I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that, because that kind of goes right back to making a bunch of videos, and then that eats up my time with the kids. Unless Isabella wants to edit golf videos. I don't know. She might be interested in doing that, might not. I don't know. And I apologize if this has been rude in any way or anything like that, because that's just not who I am. But I am a very forthright person, and I don't mind telling you my feelings and telling you how I feel about something and my thoughts about something. And whether you like that or not, I don't care. It doesn't. I mean, it don't bother me. I'm my own person. I'm gonna do my own thing, and as long as it does not contradict God's word, and then I do have a problem with doing that, because that's called sin, and try to live a holy and righteous life in the sight of my King. And if I feel like I crossed that line, and I check myself up really quick, or the Holy Spirit checks me up really quickly, he tends to do that in a very strong way. So, love you guys, appreciate you guys, but I do want you to know the videos are going to be very slim from now going into next spring. Next spring we'll get fired up and have at it. You know, if I see, I ain't saying if I don't see something worthy of filming, I won't film it, because I will. I've got a couple ball field jobs over winter. I'll film those. I know people like watching the ball field jobs. You know, might do a handful of yard stuff, but it won't be many. But anyway, I've rambled enough. I've got a tea time in 45 minutes, so I got to get it. Check you later.